41-year-old Manny Pacquiao, legend, 62 wins, 39 VO knockout, 7 losses, 2 draws. What should we expect next out of him? Look, the 41-year-old to me needs to take the Conor McGregor fight because that looks like it'd be the most money in 2021. But if he doesn't want to fight him, anybody, he could fight anybody. If you're talking about Terrance Crawford, that would be a big time pay-per-view event, even though I doubt it'll happen because Bob Arum could have made that fight happen when they were both on Top Rank, and it didn't happen. So we'll see about that. Errol Spence Jr., we don't know how effective he's going to be. He has a fight coming up with Danny Garcia on pay-per-view. That is a fight he could lose, but maybe if he wins, he fights Errol Spence Jr., who some people believe after the horrible car accident, that luckily it wasn't fatal, that he might not be the same fighter he once was. But we'll see what he does in the Danny Garcia fight. Speaking of Danny Garcia, if Danny Garcia wins this fight or looks really good, he could potentially fight Manny Pacquiao. So there's guys out there. There's Mikey Garcia, who's moving up to 147, who's trying to have success. We saw him lose to Errol Spence Jr., but we saw him look good against Vargas. So there's options out there for Manny Pacquiao if he wants to continue to box into his 40s. But if you ask me, he's the cash cow. If he's not getting at least $10 million for any of these fights per fight, I'm not fighting anybody because Manny Pacquiao's a legend. Manny Pacquiao has been a pay-per-view superstar for years. But to recap, that would be my order. McGregor, Terrance Crawford, Errol Spence Jr., Mikey Garcia, Danny Garcia. Those would be the fights I'd look at if I am Manny Pacquiao. I'm Jansen Harris with the Just Good Network.